I
right.
guess it's working. I don't fucking know. Tell me about your week, bitch. Are you still
Um,
sick? Number one.
I'm getting so much better. I can sleep now.
Ooh.
I can breathe. I can
Mm.
kind. I told Rich tonight when I got home, I was like, I'm not even sure if I'll know when I'm able to hear again because I don't
Oh my
remember what
god.
real world sounds like.
Oh my god.
My ears are so stopped up. Can you hear Piper's squeaky toy?
Oh hell yeah.
Piper, go with the
Oh.
squeaks.
Piper's like, this is like dad's my favorite. The fuck?
He's like, this is my bedroom. Who do you think you are? Um, but yeah, so that's basically my week. I've been, living that nanny life.
Oh hell yeah.
Hashtag. I went to Target. I
My
got a
favorite.
thing. I got a thing for my um, car vent so my phone can sit up there so I don't die looking at my phone.
Oh my god, so smart.
I know. And I got a new book. It's called, I know, go figure.
What is it? What is it?
It's called Three Women, and I wasn't sure about it, but I saw this other podcast. It's called I'm Over It, the podcast she posted about it. So it's this woman, and she follows around three different aged women. There's like early 20s, our age, someone in their 30s or 40s, and then an older woman. And it's basically talks about like women's sexuality and at different stages in life. But it's like their real stories about like affairs they've had. This one girl was like sleeping with her teacher. So it's really good so far, but it's like real people. That's why I wanted to read it.
I just sent the free sample to my Kindle so I can remember to buy it.
It's so good so far. And I also forgot that forgot that I was paying for Audible.
LOL. Yeah.
Because I'm horrible and Rich can probably hear this and he's like, "Wow, bitch."
Whose
But
money are you using to pay for that?
I had 5 free books.
Yes.
And I don't really like Audible, but I bought a bunch of like scary stories that I can listen to in the car because I'm weird.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then I
Relatable.
and then I canceled the subscription.
Smart. Yes, bitch. I did the same thing. I had like a ton of Audible things because I'll go in and out of phases and then I'll download a fuck ton of books because my credits add up and then I'm like, delete.
I just feel like I can't really get into a book unless I'm reading it. Because if I'm listening to it, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get like that's why I started downloading podcasts. Like I just listen to
Oh.
podcasts while I drive because if I zone out and I'm like, oh, I've been driving for 20 minutes. How did I get here? It's not like, oh, well, I just have to rewind the book for 20 minutes. Like.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's not as important, but it's not as important. Okay, tell me about your week.
I have two things to say because my week has been about two things. One is, as of our last podcast, I'm fucking addicted to TikTok. I hate you.
You're welcome.
Bitch. I
It's the
can
best thing ever.
fucking not. I'm like laying in bed before like I fall asleep, right? I'm like on my phone. I'm like, I'll just watch like two. And I'm like 2 hours later, I'm like, I'm a bounce this ass for a real bitch. And then I'm like, okay, boomer. And then the words that I don't even know, and it's like, I don't know. Go to Marcus. Go to Mar and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm following some of these people on Instagram now. Like they're 15. I'm like, am I on a list for following 15-year-olds? Like, what is happening? And then I
I
think my favoriteest one is the one where it's like, come on, kids, grab your shit. We gotta go. Becky, take your tablet. I don't want to fucking talk to you right now. Hi, Nancy. Fucking bitch. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me as a parent. Because, like, all the people in the beginning, like, granted, their kids are, like, pouring straight liquor into a coffee cup for their morning. And they're like, here, Nancy, grab your tablet. I want to talk to you. And I was like, oh my God, that's me. And I probably watched, like, 15 of them. And Gordon gets so mad. He's like, are you going to keep watching the same video over and over? And I'm like, no, boomer. Listen, let me explain this to you. This is how it works. It's not the same video, it's the same audio. And I've
I
been
love it.
addicted.
Rich hates TikTok.
Yeah, so does Gordon.
Mainly because I'll go around the house and literally go to Marcus, go to Marcus.
That's what I was doing today, Gordon. I was talking to Gordon. I was like, go to Marcus. Okay, Gordon. So, anyways, did you watch this video? And Gordon's like, wait, what about what's Marcus? I said, no, 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 no. That's TikTok.
Who's DeMarcus?
And then I just started like shaking my ass on him, like trying to do those dances. And he's like, stop, just stop. And I'm like, no, but it's TikTok. Let me show you. Oh my God. And then this bitch okay, she's a zookeeper and
On
she takes
TikTok?
care of, yeah, and she takes
Okay.
care of bats. And so I'll just watch TikToks of her and her fucking bats. And I'm like, yes, anyways, I was watching this TikTok about bats. And Gordon's like, what? And I'm like, just anyways. And I was just like, fuck, I'm so addicted to this. And then the ones where it's like, I'm 29 and I shouldn't be on TikTok, but, and I'm like, yes, relatable. Yes, drinking wine. Yes, but it's so fun. And I'm like, yeah, it is so fun. And I don't even participate. I just like heart everything.
It is really fun, but then I feel like a creeper when so you know those dances that those teenage boys do
Yes.
with like their shirts off? So I'll be looking at it and I'll be like, wow, why? Stop! I'm a pedophile.
Yes. And then the ones where it's like, I don't know, the guys are doing the dance, and then if you duet them or whatever it's called, the girl can like be in the dance too, and they're like banging them, and I'm like, wait, what? Swipe, 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 swipe away. What's happening?
Oh my
Like my
God.
FBI agent is probably like, bitch, you was almost 30. Get off.
I'm sad that I downloaded it because it runs my life now in my free time, but at the same time, like I've gotten a lot of joy out of it, so whatever.
Right? I'm like, I could be doing meth right now because I live in Florida, so, meth. But then I was like, I'm on TikTok, it's fine. And then the only other thing that happened this week, which happened literally yesterday, I have become obsessed with gardening and I hate myself. Like,
Stop, really?
all I could think of was your mom. And I was like, because yeah, like we are full force doing it. Like we bought a compost bin today. We have things to start composting. Like we started collecting things to compost. Um,
Hashtag sustainable living.
hashtag bitch, yes. Like, and then I was like, okay, at the end of this year, if it goes well and I don't murder everything, we're getting fucking chickens. And that's where I was like, oh my God, Caroline's mom. I can't get attached because I want to eat them. But I was like already like, oh fuck. I have
Shout
to eat
out
my
to
babies.
Elizabeth.
Shout out to Elizabeth. Thank you, girl. My motivation is you.
You'll have to send me pictures of your compost setup and everything. That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm like fucking hyped because Gordon and I, like, we like to cook and stuff and we like make our own broth. And then, like, the end of the day, after we make our broth, we have to throw the veggies away. And Gordon's like, let me make a compost. So, like, for months, I'm like, no, that's stupid. No, no, no. And then I'm like, Gordon, you should make a compost. And Gordon's like, you fucking bitch.
I wish we could do a compost. We're in an apartment and we just have nowhere to like put it. I mean, I could put it like
Yeah.
under the sink, but it would. I've
Oh, that,
seen people
no,
put it in their
girl.
freezers actually.
Oh, really? No,
I don't
but
know.
no, I was like, that's so nasty. And then like now I'm like weird. That's okay. It's literally been since yesterday, so I don't know why I'm like, oh my God, I'm so like into gardening. But I was like looking at shit to compost because we have to start it, and then it really hit me how much fucking plastic we have and how you can't compost like half the
Yeah.
shit you own. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so woke right now, which kind of like leads into like I guess today's topic. I don't know.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh
Um,
my God, I'm too aware.
I'm so woke. You so woke, bitch.
Girl, we woke as fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Illuminati, and that's super like broad
Yeah.
because I feel like we could do 10 episodes on shit that tags along with the Illuminati. But
Yeah.
let me just give you the official like background of the Illuminati, okay?
Yes, do, because it's
Okay.
so interesting.
Sit in. You got your wine?
Oh, yeah, girl, I got it.
Okay. So, it was started by a German law professor named Adam Weishaupt. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name because I don't speak
That's
German.
that's perfect.
Okay. It was all the way back in 1776, which blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then supposedly they only lasted 10 years to 1786, but um, it's like an underground thing. So, I mean,
It's still going. It's totally still going.
yeah, they just kind of had to be like, oh, yeah, haha, we don't do that anymore. Okay, so his goals were to educate and enlighten elites in philanthropy and reason. So basically, they would be able to influence decisions and politics to gain power. That was during like the Enlightenment period, where everyone was
Yeah.
kind of like Galileo was like doing his star stuff, like up in
Yeah.
the sky.
Painting things. I don't know. Looking at things.
He was like doing astronomy, and people were like, "Oh my God, witches!"
Yes.
And the Catholic Church ran
Oh
everything.
God. Oh God. Yes. They were like,
It was just like,
burn the witches. Mm-mm.
yeah. So Adam was like, you know what? No, I am very woke. I'm very enlightened, and I want all the power. And so he started the Illuminati. Um, it says at his largest, he only had 2,500 members, um, and they like sucked members. They like pulled members out of the Freemasons. Like, do you know
Yeah.
Illuminati and Freemasons kind of go hand in hand?
Yeah. They're kind of
So they
like
were like, yeah,
the Freemasons. Like from what I understand, is like the Illuminati started because they weren't like cool enough to like
yeah,
be in the open. So they're like, fuck y'all, we're gonna start this like side gig because we believe that they're kind of like modern hippies, if you will. Like they were like, no, we believe the earth could be like a better place, but also like with power. But
yeah,
they were like underground.
exactly. That's exactly right. And the Freemasons were more like well known. I mean, people didn't know what went on in the Freemasons group, but they like knew they were there and existed. And so I think Adam went in and kind of was like talking to people who were Freemasons, and he's like, "Yo, I got this new group. It's on the DL. You can come join us. We like
Mm-hmm.
want to gain all the power." And so they were like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hell yeah!" And so they went and joined him. Um, bleh. I'm trying to like read my notes. Um,
Did you write them down, like handwrite them?
yes, because
Oh my God. Okay, because you have the notebook. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Just
I
okay.
love this notebook, so just let me have this.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so it says that in 1786, when the Duke of Bavaria banned secret societies, some papers were found that belonged to high-ranking members of the Illuminati, and they talked of world domination and cult-like behavior, which is basically like kind of what people think of now when they think of the Illuminati, like the New World Order, and they
Mm-hmm.
control the media and world affairs, and the government is kind of controlled by the Illuminati. So it all kind of ties back into today. But if you talk to people who have done like educational research on the Illuminati, they're like, no, it doesn't exist. It's all hearsay, and they're just trying to hype you up. But I mean,
Yeah.
some of the stuff, if you really get in depth with it, it's like it really has you questioning it.
I mean, honestly, it does. Like today, as I was like researching it, I was like so genuinely surprised. Okay, so like my research went like a different route. Well, not different because like obviously everyone has to hear the history when you're researching it, but mine went to like a like for some reason I went down like this political road where I was listening to a podcast. I think it was Last Podcast on the Left is their
I
name
love
or
that
something.
podcast. Yeah.
Okay, well the Illuminati episode was like their 21st episode, so like and it was the only episode I've ever listened to, so I didn't know what to expect from them and I was like, wow, this too much because it was like a little bit Illuminati and then they had this fake speaker situation which I was like I don't know what's happening and then I stopped listening to it. But the part that I did listen to, I was like, wow, this is so fucking true because it basically was like the Illuminati. Basically, if you're in politics, you're in the Illuminati. And it's
Yeah.
this giant cover up where dudes in politics can just bang whoever they want. And because, like, when you look at it, it's like a bunch of dudes are in charge and they just have these, like, little meetings and no one ever knows what's going on. And no one ever confirms or denies if they're in these meetings and all this stuff. And then because, like, when they made this episode, obviously, it was before the whole, like, murder Epstein situation, like, Epstein didn't kill himself thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hold up. Epstein, that whole situation of like his sketchy island and like the whole human trafficking situation would have possibly have come to light, which is all dealt with politicians and people in higher ups, and all of a sudden he dies. Like, how fucking
Right.
Illuminati is that? I was like, whoa,
Yeah, and then it
whoa.
has you thinking like who wanted to have him killed? Because like supposedly the Clintons were in on human trafficking
Yes.
and like into little kids, and I mean
Uh-huh.
people would go to his island, like high up officials would go to his little human trafficking island and do God knows what, and it's like so many people probably wanted him dead, and
Yeah.
it just blows my mind that people think he did not kill himself because he obviously
Yeah.
wait think that he did kill himself because he obviously did not kill himself.
Yeah, because like if you think about like all the criminals that are currently in prison that are on death row, I mean, granted they're being treated really well because, it's prison and
Yeah.
I think that's a whole corrupt system as is. But
Oh my God.
anyways, it's
Yeah.
like he's high up, like he had a chance to have like a bomb ass lawyer to actually get potentially like get out and then all of a sudden he decides to kill himself. Like I don't fucking think so. He probably would have been like 6x9 like singing like a bird like okay, what else do you want to know?
For real.
What else do you want to know?
Let me tell you what I know. Everything.
Yes, I made a
So
list for you.
I kind of like. So I want to say that the corrupt shit that happens in the government and like the media is the Illuminati, and I feel like we don't know for sure. But no matter if it's the Illuminati or not, it's corrupt.
Oh yeah,
Like the
definitely. Like,
media, um, everything that we see or hear is fucking corrupt, and that's so sad.
oh my gosh, yeah, because when you think about it, the media controls what we do and don't know. Like, how do you find information? You either go to Google and like my grandma, okay, boomer, you watch the fucking news, and it's
Oh my
like,
God, she doesn't.
well,
Does she watch Fox News?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
Mimi.
don't know. I don't know what Mimi watches. So all I know is whenever she comes over, she always bitches because like we don't pay for cable, and she's like, "You don't even know what's going on in the world," and I'm like, "Bitch, you right." But
My mom refuses to get rid of cable solely so she can watch the news, and that is so
oh my
depressing.
God. Okay, listen. Everything on the news is always the same shit. They always start with all their depression, and then they have this huge ass political segment, and then they end it with a cute puppy video, and then it goes on to the next news segment, which is the same fucking thing.
And then
Depressing,
you want to kill yourself.
political puppies. Yeah, like the puppies aren't making a difference, and they're only 2 seconds long. Bertha, oh my God.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. So, do you think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are in the Illuminati?
Yes, bitch.
Oh
Yes.
my God, you didn't even hesitate.
I did not have to hesitate because, okay, when you think about the media controlling what we see and do, right? When
Right.
you look at Beyonce, I'm not even going to cover Jay-Z because he's irrelevant, but
Relevant.
Beyonce, he is irrelevant compared to Beyonce. So Beyonce literally, okay, I feel like people are going to come for me, but I'll fight you one at a time. Beyonce really isn't that great. Like, I don't think her music is that fantastic. Like I don't know, I'm not into it. I'm not a part of her beehive or her bee colony or whatever they are.
I got her bee colony. I agree with you. I really don't think like she maybe Lemonade, she had a few good songs, but it's not something that like when it pops up I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I have to listen to this. It's just I
Right.
kind of like tolerate it.
Yeah, it's like Carrie Underwood when she sang
Blech.
that song like I'll carve my name into your leather seat when her before you cheat or whatever. That song will forever be stuck in my head, but like the Beyonce song where her like when Jay-Z cheated on her, I only know Becky with the good hair and that she had a baseball bat and she was wearing a yellow dress. But like I can
Oh.
sing every word of Carrie Underwood's song because but like so anyways, so with Beyonce, she only puts out like a couple of like albums maybe a year and like all these people are trying to like suck her dick and I'm like, but what does she do though? Like her music I
Right.
don't find is that good, but she has this massive following and she's just like all over the internet, like always being praised. Like Beyonce is this, Beyonce is that. Like she could wear 2 napkins over her titties and they'd be like, oh my God, genius, beautiful, wonderful. But then you have Britney Spears who's shaving her head and they're like, oh my God, she's crazy. Like what's wrong with her? But if Beyonce were to do that, I'd be like, oh my God, yes, a new weave is coming. Like what? Like I don't know. I don't know. I think they just like praise the shit out of her. And then I
Yeah.
feel like her and Jay-Z getting married, everyone's like, wow, she's so much better looking than him. Well, if they're both in the Illuminati, like what better couple? Of course he's gonna cheat on her. He's in the Illuminati. That's what they do.
Yeah,
Duh.
I am definitely like I don't I don't know. I want to say they are. I guess I'm just gonna say they are because there's no proof, but like there's also I don't know. I don't
Well, I
know.
think of it this way too. Like a lot of celebrities and musicians that are popular, like I'm not a fan of Katy Perry either.
No,
And
but
she's
supposedly
like
she's
in
like
it
really yeah.
allegedly. And then I think Rihanna's like, okay, apparently she's in it too. But like all these celebrities and like Kanye West, like
Oh
allegedly
my
he's
God,
in
we're gonna
it.
talk about him in a minute.
Like apparently all these celebrities are in the Illuminati, right? And it's like, who do you see on the news? All of these people and like how he initiated Taylor Swift into it, like she's all over the news. And it's like you don't hear about all these other like where did Dell go? Like she stopped music and like did she die? No. She just
Yeah,
stopped singing, but like her music I feel is still like relevant. I still like people still like her songs like but they're not played on the radio like ever. Like I feel like if they're not relevant then they're just like thrown aside like Kesha. Like I thought she was cool, gone. Iggy Azalea, I know she's still putting out music, but it's like nowhere to be found. Because I
right.
feel like you're either in it and you're like at the top or you're just like not.
Yeah, so I made a list of all the people or like the members that I could find when I was searching. So obviously Beyonce and Jay-Z, Madonna, obviously,
Oh, obviously.
Kim and Kanye, duh.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and Obama, because like you said, all politicians like have some kind of tie.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing with Kanye, so when Henry, my brother and I lived together like 6 years ago, we would get super high and just
Yeah.
watch Illuminati YouTube videos for hours. And we
Hmm.
watched this one time that was talking about how Kanye, to get into the Illuminati, had his mom murdered.
What?
Yeah, because you know his mom died,
Yeah.
and they think that that was like his way of getting into the Illuminati. Like you have to give up something to kind of be accepted, and like so he's in the Illuminati and he's just like fucking losing his shit slowly.
That kind of makes sense though, because what I saw about Taylor Swift getting in was that, you know, that whole thing where he's like, he walked up on the stage at the VMAs, he's like, oh, Beyonce should have gotten this. That was
Oh
allegedly
yeah,
her initiation into the Illuminati. And then after that happened, what happens? Taylor Swift blows the fuck up. And like, I don't
she
even like Taylor
did.
Swift either. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater. Like, I kind of like Kanye West, but
Yeah.
I'm not a Beyonce fan and I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. Like, her new album is like, I don't know. I just think that the music is like okay. Like, I don't think it's like fucking snatched like everybody else believes it to be. But
No,
here
if
she is, she's like blown up and like after he did that is when she like slowly started to get her crazy rise to this like fame.
yeah. If she would have stayed in country, I could have seen her maybe like making a good career out of it. But the fact that she
Hmm.
turned pop and she cut off her curly hair, ooh, excuse me, and she makes songs about like nothing. They all sound the same. Every single one
Yeah.
of her songs has the same concept. Oh my gosh, I hate a boy.
Yeah, and it's
Like
like
that's
in the
it.
beginning it was like how her friend got like pregnant or whatever in high school and it was like really like I mean, granted, she's older now, so and she has a fuck ton of money, so what is she gonna write about? Like, oh, my cat Meredith peed on the floor again, but somebody else cleaned it up. Like, you know, what
Yeah.
problems does she really have? But then like that one song, like, what was it? Like, Look What You Made Me Do or something? Like, that is not a good song. That
No.
song annoys the piss out of me, and everyone's just like, oh my God, it's so good. Let's play that song. And I'm like, why? Why are we playing that song? It's not even
Why?
good. Why? Why? Why?
Also, Katy Perry, like she was really good when she did I don't know, like I really like Teenage what is it? Teenage Dream, and
Yeah.
she did like one other, oh, Last Night in Vegas or something. That's a good one. But I mean, she her music's not good.
No, it's
It's
not.
just not. And she gets so
Yeah.
hyped up and I just don't understand it. And that's what makes me go back to like people are hyping these celebrities up, and the people that I'm talking about are like the Illuminati, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a whole, I'm telling you, we could do like 10 episodes on this.
Yeah,
But
for real.
overall, I just feel like they really have a hold over media and the government, and they say that we can make our own decisions, but I just feel like that's total bullshit.
Well, okay, so I found out that they have an official website. And so the reason why I believe that people in power and celebrities are specifically like in the Illuminati is because, so if you go to their website, it's called illuminatiofficial.org,
Okay, hold
super
on. I'm gonna do
official.
it right now.
So they have
Okay.
like an About Us section, which is like gay. But if you click on our beliefs, they have the pyramid, the eye, the light, and the eternal circle. So the pyramid is talks about money, which is why I think people in power and like people in power and celebrities are a part of the Illuminati because it's like money has no feeling, no voice, and no soul. Its choice between good or evil is decided by those who use it. It's like money driven. It's almost, it kind of like makes me think of like, sorry, Mormons, but the Mormons and how
Leave
they
a
have,
review.
leave a 5-star review if you're a Mormon. Oh God, we should talk about them next or like
Oh my God.
soonish. But it's
Add
kind of
that to
like,
the list.
but add Mormons to the list. But it's kind of like their like caste system where it's like Mormonism kind of thing where it's like, oh, money has no feeling or power, and but really, if you have money, like, come on. Like, and then another quote that's in like red bold is the selfish pursuit of money is a hollow goal, but the pursuit of the goodness that money can create is one of humanity's greatest responsibilities. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so basically you're saying like, you gotta have money. And then when you go to like the I, it's like,
Hold on, real quick. It literally says underneath that quote that you just said, the more money a person owns, the more ability they have to positively change the lives of those who are in need. So it's basically saying like the selfish pursuit of money is a hollow goal, but also like the people that have the most money can make the most change.
yeah. And then if you look at the one that says money has no feeling and you go to that paragraph below, it says, though it is not wrong, it says, sorry, pause.
Pause. I know I keep coughing. I feel so bad.
No, you're fine. Okay. So if you look at the red quote that says money has no feeling, underneath that one it says, though it is not wrong to be poor, okay, hashtag
Okay.
me, the celebration of poverty is rooted in its selfishness. And
What?
it's like, what is that even supposed to mean? Like, no one celebrates being poor. I think that people celebrate like a simple lifestyle. Like like if my garden shit like actually works out and I can save a fuck ton of money and start to be somewhat sustainable, hell yeah, I'm gonna celebrate. It's not that I'm poor because I don't want to buy groceries. It's that I've created a lifestyle where I don't have to buy groceries. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. And then
I
the
feel like
next
they contradict
sentence
themselves.
yeah, and then the next sentence is a person who is poor can save a life, but a person who is rich can build a hospital to save 10,000. So it's like, hold up, Illuminati, what you trying to say? They're trying to
Yeah.
be like, oh no, everyone can help out. And then I don't know. You go to the eye and then the light and then the eternal circle, which the eternal circle was like, I don't know.
I want to talk about
It's
all
so
these.
weird.
Let's go to the eye. We're gonna break this shit down.
Break it down.
Okay. What's the eye
So the
mean?
I think is like more of the group because like the quote right under the top says, "We are always watching out for you," which also makes it like creepy because that's your FBI agent in your phone, the Illuminati watching you.
Yeah, that's why I put a piece of tape over my camera.
My computer doesn't even have a camera, so holla. But okay, the first fucking sentence is my FBI agent. The human species is guarded and preserved by a coalition of its most elite members called the Illuminati. My
That
FBI
is some
agent.
that is some crazy shit. They just like
That's
they're
like
basically saying that
the
we control you.
yeah, it's like the new world order. And like when you think about it, the whole eye thing, like them watching you and being involved is like I think that a lot of us are controlled by media and it's like the newest thing that comes out when you think about fashion
Yeah,
and like not to shit all over vegans and the minimalist people, but like the Marie Kondo thing, how many fucking bitches did you know, I'm me included,
me
like
too.
cleaned out their whole closet and now we're just living that like leggings and sweatshirt life, but they're embracing it. You know what I mean? But then it's not
Yeah.
even like that's not good enough. It's like Lululemon leggings. It's like expensive shit. But then you have people coming out of the woodwork saying, hey, just so you know, the fashion industry is terrible. And now on YouTube, like I think YouTube is a pretty big platform. A
Yeah.
lot of those um like channels are like fashion channels and like mom channels, mom vloggers, vegan people. Well, now they have this new thing coming out where YouTube can just randomly delete your channel.
I saw that, and they can demonetize you.
Yeah, and like all these vloggers that I listen to are kind of promoting vegan, sustainable lifestyles, and they're like all seriously like shook, like, this might be the end. Because YouTube could just be like, oh, you don't make enough money for us, and then they're just gonna delete you.
Yeah, because it's not what they want to promote. Like, I completely understand and see what you're talking about. It's because you know the Mile Higher podcast.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they are constantly getting demonetized because of what they talk about.
No
And
way.
YouTube doesn't like want that content on there because it's basically like us talking about like conspiracy theories and just shit that should not really be talked about, you know?
No way.
So
Okay, well, I know
they
that they talk
demonetize them.
about, I know like a lot of like people that Gordon listens to on YouTube are like political. It's mostly political, I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of them are always demonetized, like always, no matter what. So they have their own like separate outlets of how they broadcast their shit, but they still go to YouTube because YouTube is a like basically it's easy access. You don't have to have a subscription, you don't have to pay for it. It's essentially free. And but those people are all losing they're all losing money because YouTube's like, oh, we're not making enough ad revenue off of you, mom of five that has 2 million subscribers compared to like fucking Tana, whatever the fuck her name is. And like they can just delete you. And I think that's fucking nuts because basically like I would have like one person I could watch on YouTube if that ever happened.
Yeah, but people like, no, I'm not hating on Jeffree Star. I absolutely love him. What is Jeffree Star? Him,
Yeah.
her?
Him.
Yeah.
He's a him. He's a him.
It's just Jeffree Star.
It is. It's a thing. I'm a Jeffree Star. Yeah.
I love his channel. I tolerate Shane Dawson. I tolerate Trisha, but like they're the dumbest channels of just like stupid shit that you don't need to watch. It's like
Bitch.
makeup and
Yes. Yes.
materialistic stuff, but like they are making so much money off of that because that's what people A want to see and what YouTube wants people to see. But like you
Yes,
said,
bitch.
sustainable people and people trying to live alternative lifestyles and people who are woke-ish are being like pushed to the side. It's horrible.
Let me fucking tell you how I watched that fucking Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star shit, and I paid $18 for that motherfucking chapstick because I was like, I need it. I
It's
fucking
probably
need it.
horrible.
I fucking already lost it and I hate myself.
Oh my god.
I left it in the bathroom at work and I've been off for like a week because of the holiday. And I'm like, if that fucking chapstick isn't still there, someone didn't fucking turn it in, I'm gonna be so pissed.
You know they took it.
I know they fucking did. It looks like a fucking vibrator though, so I'm hoping someone's like, ew, someone left their vibrator in the women's bathroom. Let's turn it
Yes.
in. Whose vibrator is this? And I'd be like, that's my fucking Diet Coke. No, it's Diet Root Beer. That's my Diet Root Beer fucking Jeffree Star Shane Dawson chapstick.
Did it smell like Diet Root Beer?
It did, and it was a really good chapstick. I really did like it, but I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? $18. And every time I thought about that, I just put it on my lips and be like, mind controlled. It tastes delicious.
Yeah. Hold
But
on.
I like
Pause. I have to blow my nose.
perfect. I'm glad you're feeling better.
I really am. It's all coming out now.
That's good.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so the eye is basically talking about, regarding the human species, the most elite. Okay, so what's next?
Read, okay, for the last part of the I, the
Yeah.
very last sentence, it says the Illuminati's responsibility to ensure the ongoing survival and advancement of the human species so that all people in all places can live in abundance. Bitch, who put you in charge? The fuck?
Exactly.
Who put you in charge? But that makes like that statement alone just confirms they have some sort of control on something because it's wild. And like I'm okay, I'm pretty small-minded because every time they mention something like 800 BC, I'm like, wait, America wasn't invented yet. What you mean? You know what I mean? But I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, does the Illuminati dabble in other countries? Because like for me in my brain, I'm like, oh, it's just America, but I'm like, it has to.
So what? Okay, so supposedly the Illuminati started in Germany. And have you ever heard of the Rothschilds?
No.
Bitch, are you kidding me?
I'm so serious. What is it called? Rothschilds?
You're obviously not as woke as I thought you were.
Oh my
We need to end
God.
this podcast right now.
End it, get a new person.
Yeah, so just real quick,
Oh yeah, the Jewish family.
yeah, so there's the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. I
Okay,
know
yeah,
you've
yeah.
heard of the Rockefellers.
I know them because I'm
And
American.
there's a few other like I think there's maybe two or three other big families like that. But the Rothschilds are in England and the Rockefellers are in America and supposedly like they control, the top financial institutions because obviously money is the easiest way to like
Yeah.
gain control, you know? Um, we're gonna have to do like a whole episode on those families because it, I could talk about it for a really, Piper.
Well, I
This
just
week's joy.
Googled. Wow, Mom, this is my house. Okay,
Okay,
well, the Rothschilds, their net worth as a family is $700
like
trillion.
how do you
Like,
even,
what?
is that just sitting in a bank somewhere? Like, can you
That's as
log
of.
into your Regions account and see that you have $7 trillion?
Oh, no, no, Hunty, it's 700
Oh my
trillion.
God.
And that's of 2018. So,
So
you
also,
know.
just a random fact that I think is absolutely crazy. The grandpa is like in his late 90s and he's had, I'm pretty sure, like 5 heart transplants. He won't fucking
Wow.
die.
Convenient. I
Right?
think I literally think that he's probably getting all these transplants, waiting till they're like, surprise, we can live for forever now, and then he's gonna be like, let me get some of that. But he already has some of that. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, he has the money to live forever. I mean, to a point, like I think old age would eventually just kill him, but I mean, he's obviously been able to bypass people on heart transplant list, you know?
But yeah, but I feel like he has the magical, like, whatever pill to live forever. And he's just like sitting there just getting heart transplants allegedly for fun. Like, oh, have another
Yeah,
heart transplant. Because, okay, also, why the fuck is Magic Johnson with his HIV straight chilling, but everybody else dying?
true.
You know what I
He
mean?
has
He's a
HIV
celebrity.
and AIDS, right? Are those
Yeah.
two different things? Help me, nurse. Do you know?
Yeah, I know things. I mean,
Okay.
I'm retired, but. So
Um,
HIV is the immunodeficiency.
okay.
So like age is the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome.
Oh my
So
God, you're
HIV
so
is the
smart.
so HIV is the virus and then AIDS is like your syndrome. So like they give you medication to like oh my God, Piper is so mad.
She's like chasing the cat. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, I thought they were besties.
I mean, like, so Piper likes her, but if she sneaks up on her, Piper like freaks out and runs at her.
Oh my
Or
God, is she
goes,
still on her anxiety medication?
no, that did nothing.
Oh my
My
God.
dog beat anxiety medication. Nothing can help her anxious ass.
Oh no.
Oh, but we found so the dryer was what was made. Side note, the dryer was making her anxious, and so we played around with it and we found if we turned off the eco setting, it doesn't make her anxious. So it was like a noise that we could she could hear.
Okay, Piper, we're trying to save the fucking environment
I
here.
know, right?
Jesus.
So now I have to be shitty to the environment so my dog doesn't pee
Fuck.
everywhere.
Oh
Anyway,
my God. Okay, so anyways, back to the shit. So the next one is the light. So you have the pyramid, which is talking about the money, basically a pyramid scheme. Then you have the eye, which is basically saying that we're watching you and we're also, going to make sure the species advances. And then the next one is the light. And then my favorite quote out of the red bold quotes is, there's no proof that God exists, but there is also no proof that God does not. Okay, boomer, what's that
What does that
mean?
even mean?
Yeah, so I don't know. This just sounds a lot like some bullshit. But also, I think that
Oh my God. I'm reading all of it right now, so that's why I'm like paused. I just don't understand. Like, okay, so give me your opinion on this. When it comes to religion and like super churches and stuff, you know what I'm talking about, like Joel
yeah,
Osteen, like those crazy ass super churches. Do you feel like that is ties into the Illuminati? Because like right here they're saying there's no proof that God exists, but I feel like the sudden rise of mega churches and the sudden like peak of interest in religion, because I feel like when you and I were teenagers, it wasn't like cool to be religious. But
there,
nowadays, it's like the thing to be like
yeah.
into Jesus.
So I'm come from a quote unquote Catholic background. Like I went to Catholic school till fifth grade, and then I went to public school, and I've always been raised Catholic.
Yeah.
And when I joined like a club when I went to freshman year of high school because I had to.
Yeah.
There were like random like the cool kids like went to youth group and it was like, oh my God, you guys got a youth group? And I was like, the fuck is youth group? And they were like, it's like where we talk about God on Friday. And I was like, you go to church? And they're like, no, it's a youth group. And I was like, the fuck is youth group? I think it's like one of those
Oh,
things where like it was on the rise.
yeah.
And I think that the church, okay, we have to have a whole fucking separate episode about the
We
Vatican
will.
because
Oh, we
being
will.
Catholic, like, hey, girl.
You can give
But
me
yeah,
all the goodies.
I'll tell you all the Pope's secrets. But like, they have to be involved in the Illuminati somehow because like money equals power according to their website, and all the Catholic Church guys cash money. But
Also, they like not to bash on your religion. I'm Episcopalian, so I'm kind of Catholic, but like we can party.
yeah, and you can only eat like fish, right?
That's pescatarian. That's pescatarian. That's not a
I have
religion.
a bachelor's degree and I'm a nurse. Peace sign.
No, like Episcopalian is basically Catholic, but we can like have sex and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you can drink like a
I
hard
mean,
liquor, not just wine.
yeah, we can like party. I don't know where I was
Word.
going with that. I don't know where I was going with that. I was about to like tell you something, but I don't fucking remember.
It's all good.
This
But
is what this
anyways,
podcast is basically going to be about, like us talking, and then I'm going to go off on a tangent, and then I'm going to forget what I'm talking about.
and I'm not gonna know what words mean, but I know what they mean.
Okay, anyway.
But yeah, I think that like the whole religion thing with the Illuminati, they're definitely in it, and I think that people who need validation or people who like need things to like a lot of my patients, like RIP to half of them, when I was working in the cancer floor, were like hella religious when it came to the end of their life because I feel like they didn't have acceptance in their life and they just like looked for another thing. Like people who aren't ready to die or people who are afraid of death, like they look to religion and God and afterlife. And there's totally nothing wrong with that. It's just from what I've seen, it's like I've had patients when I started there for a long time. They'd come in and out, and then towards the end of their life, they'd really reach towards God because a lot of people fear death and they
Yeah,
look for an afterlife because no one really knows what happens.
that's
So I
true.
think that like the Illuminati with their whole there's no proof of God, but he may exist, but he may not exist. But come join our cool club,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like you're right. Rich and I have talked about that before, like because his parents have kind of moved toward more towards religion in the past few years, and I always wondered like kind of what made them do that or make that move, start going to church more. And I mean, he made the point just like you did that people when they get older or get closer to death, they kind of yeah, they look for something to hold on to. And I feel like people do that even if they're not near death. They like need validation in their life, and so they look maybe to like the community of a church. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, people that are dealing with like addiction and they're
Yeah.
trying to better their life, they go to church and they go towards God. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing,
Yeah.
because if that's going to make you a better person and that's going to help you out, then bitch, more power to you. Like,
I don't get it,
hallelujah.
but that
Yeah.
that's my opinion. And like I see nothing wrong with people who want to do it, but I don't understand it. But we can talk about the church in like a whole nother episode.
Leave 5 stars on that episode. Thanks.
Thanks. Okay, so after the light, it's the what is it? The eternal circle.
Yeah,
What is
so
that
this
about?
one, honestly, this one's like weird because I feel like every thing contradicts itself. So you have like the pyramid where it's like money is power, bitch. Poor people can't help you, but they can help one person, but not all of them. And then it's like the eye is like we're watching you, and the light's like it's Jesus, but he does keg
Jesus.
stands. Jesus doing a keg stand, bitch. And then it's like the internal circle is kind of like where they're like, oh, when you die, you're gonna become a tree, but that's not helpful. Like donate to our cause now.
Yeah.
So it's like as you climb the Great Pyramid, seeking the light at its top, you will look down and see that you are an integral part of our universe's most intricate mechanism. And it's like, bitch, you just want me to
Wow.
donate my monies. That's okay. I will, because I'm a part of the Illuminati. Like, what?
For real. I'm looking right now and they have like they have merch.
Oh, hell yeah. Let me get a necklace.
Oh my God, they have merch. Let's see, archives. Let me see, resources. They have videos and books. Oh my God, they have a Facebook page.
Yeah, and they have like a whole tab that's called Our Globalist Agenda. So they're just like putting it out there. It's like part one, preparing for this next stage of the Illuminati's New World Order. So they're like straight up like, hey,
Wow.
we got your DNA from your ancestry test. We gonna clone you with a new world.
I
Like that's
wonder.
literally what I think, because I did an ancestry test and Gordon did one too, because he claimed he was Native American. And I was like, bitch, no, you ain't. He's
Yeah.
a little bit Native American. I hate him. And
Wait, like what kind of Native American?
fucking Cherokee.
Me too.
Oh my God, blood brothers, sisters. You can do like an Indian chant or something next time you see each other.
I'm gonna do it. He's gonna be like,
He'll be
what
like,
the fuck, Caroline?
he'd be like, Caroline, not in front of the fucking regulars.
Oh my God. Anyway, about the ancestry test.
So, anyways, we did them, and I sent them in, and Gordon was like all cool with it. And then at the end of it, he was like, "The government has our DNA," and I was like, "Why would
Okay,
you?"
boomer.
First of all, okay, boomer. Second of all, you went through with it and turned it in. He's like, "Oh, it's fine though," and I was like, "Fucking." Fuck you, bitch. But I was like, yeah, they have our DNA. But then I always just relate it back to like, why the fuck would the government care about little old me? I'm just
Right.
trying to grow my garden. Like leave, like they don't give a fuck about me. My FBI agent is probably so bored. He's like, ugh, she just opened up TikTok again. Let me go take a fucking 24-hour lunch break. Like they don't care
For
about
real.
me.
No, my TikTok agent. Jesus. My FBI agent is probably like she lives the most boring life. She's all she does is work, and sometimes she opens Pornhub.
Exactly. Here
Exactly.
we go. Here we
Um,
fucking go again.
yeah. What were we talking about? Jesus.
We were
Oh,
talking
DNA
about,
test. My
yeah.
dad refuses to do a DNA test because he doesn't want his DNA in the system. And do you listen to Crime Junkie? It's a
A
podcast.
little bit. Yeah, like a little bit.
They've talked in a few episodes about how there's like a company now that's working with DNA test companies to trace um like before hold on. Think, Caroline, how do you want to say this? They like
Think.
find they like find people. Like they found the Golden State Killer
Oh, yeah, yeah,
through,
yeah, yeah.
like through DNA testing. They're finding these like killers, which is
Yeah.
amazing. But also it's like that's a huge, not that I want them to find the people, but is that legal? Like that's crossing this line that's like it's very iffy.
Okay, listen, I'm just gonna go out there and say it. I had to do a DNA test, fingerprint test, like all this background check shit to become a nurse. And then I was like talking to Gordon the other day and I was like, what if I committed motherfucking crime? And they're gonna find me so fast and be like, she did it. This
Yeah.
fingerprint looks just like hers. And I was like, I could never be a criminal. I couldn't do fucking any. I can't even not pay my toll bills because they gonna know it's me. Because
I don't
I'm
know how
in the system hardcore.
I don't know how anybody can be a criminal nowadays with all the like video surveillance and technology, like facial recognition. I don't understand how you can be a criminal. Either you're just really fucking dumb and you don't care if you get caught, or like you're a super high profile con man. Like I can
Yeah,
understand maybe back in the 60s and 70s when DNA testing and fingerprinting was not like really a thing yet. Like there were
yeah.
that's when the serial killers were like at their peak is in the 70s.
Oh yeah, they were killing like every Friday night, and their wife was like, "He's playing pool with the guys." Like, nah, bitch, he out killing.
Yeah, so I just don't understand how people can like get away with anything nowadays. I'm pretty sure I was fingerprinted when I was in elementary school for something. I remember doing like all my fingers in ink and then putting it on paper, but I don't remember why.
What? They're probably like, "Oh, look at how everyone's fingerprints are different. Now turn them into the teacher's desk."
Yeah, I don't rem I'm gonna have to like I wonder if I'm in the system because I've never been arrested. I don't know.
Maybe.
My DNA is now, so that's cool.
Oh, well, there it is. Hope there it is.
I feel like
Yeah, but
everything. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like all of that, like the whole DNA situation, the ancestry thing, like, yeah, oh yeah, the government, but I really don't even think it's like the government anymore. I think it's like literally the Illuminati. Like I think they're like
Yeah.
the government. You know what I mean? Because lizard people is a whole nother story. Yes, I said it, but
Yes, we're going there.
I said it. But I feel like the Illuminati is really like the driving force because they're all about the New World Order. And it's like, well, who are you gonna let like do the New World Order? The group that's literally groomed for it or like
Yeah.
politicians? Because like when you think about it, yes, Trump is crazy with his tweets. Like he does not have a fucking Android cell phone manager. Like he manages his own cell phone. But you know somebody picks out his clothes every day. You
Yeah.
know somebody like is helping him throughout everything because as the president, like I could not do all that shit alone. I don't
No.
care who you are, but you have a team of people specifically for that reason. Like he has a team of people who do things for him. Like I'm sorry, but I think that that is all controlled by someone because if you're the president, you're hypothetically the highest person in the United States, right? Well, if
Yeah.
you have
You're just a
people helping
face,
you,
though.
like,
Like,
yeah, like you have people behind the scenes helping you and trying to coordinate you and do these things for you other than your Twitter.
yeah.
And like you're not really in control, somebody else is. Well, who are those somebodies? They're part of a team who I think happens to just be part of the Illuminati.
Yeah. And I don't like. I'm torn if I want to call it the Illuminati because that's so like broad and so conspiracy theory, but I definitely think that all our governments are controlled by like a small group of high up people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. The
Like
lizard
whether
people.
it's yeah, lizard people or like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, like those extremely wealthy families that have such a hold on the financial institutions, they have the pull, you know, to sway people's decisions in politics and to basically have control. And like I've said it before, I mean, with Obama and President Bush and Donald Trump, no matter what party you're part of, you're just a face. You're basically the face of the United States,
Yeah,
and people behind you are pulling the strings. Like the president doesn't even make a lot of decisions. It's Congress that makes a lot of decisions,
right.
and those people are in the pockets of like big oil and oh my God, I could go on and on. Like everything's just fucking corrupt.
Yeah, for real. And it's like a person that I work with, they used to be in the military and he was in the military for like a really long ass time. And the other day I was just like, just tell me if aliens are real. And he just looked me dead in the face and said yes, and then continued on like nothing else was happening. And I was like,
What?
wait, are you fucking with me? Is this real life? And he just like wouldn't respond because like I've ever since I found out he was in the military, I was like, are aliens real? And he's like, oh, sure, you know, and he just said yes. And I was like,
Wait,
wait,
what did he do in the military?
he was like in the Marines or something. Like I
Okay.
don't even know, but like he was deployed a lot and like went to a lot of different places. But like I always ask military people that, but like they're all just looking at me like I'm crazy and I'm like, what? They don't brief you like day one, they're
Oh,
real
by
or
the way,
not?
aliens are real.
But like I think that as a whole, like there are a lot of government secrets because I feel like as a whole population, we couldn't handle that. Like no, okay, it's like today. If you found out aliens are real right now at 9:23 p.m. Florida time, how would your day be different tomorrow? Like I feel like tomorrow would be a completely different day for everybody on this planet because it's like how would you go on living your life knowing there's something else out there?
Well, I totally agree with you. I just assume that there is something else out there, so I feel like I would go on with my day the same and just be super excited. Because I like want that to happen. I have believed in aliens since aliens came into my life.
I've always
Um,
believed, beam me up, Scotty.
but there are some people who would probably go off the deep end and who would do crazy things and act in crazy ways because they're scared.
Yeah. Because like the whole Area 51 raid was hilarious for
Yeah.
social media. Like I was eating that up, like it was hilarious. But you have also people that if they would have found out aliens are real, like how would that completely tear down religion and the
Oh my God.
whole Catholic Church? Like, I mean, yes, I know there's other religions out there. I'm not trying to say the Catholic Church is the shit, but when
Yeah.
you look at it, they are the highest in power, in my own opinion. Look at their crusades, people. But just the Catholic Church in a whole, like like religion would just crumble, and one nation under God, indivisible, like just as
Yeah.
America, it would be nuts. And that's why I think that
So crazy.
like the government has so much stuff under control, and I feel like it's, I don't know, I'm under the influence that it's not even the government, it's just like the Illuminati. I feel
Yeah.
like they're just like secretive club, and like they're the ones that are like keeping things like hush hush or
Yeah, to
controlling what
have
we see
control.
or do. Yeah, like I definitely think our media is, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just so crazy because like the things that in high school that we were used to, like I know times change, but the things that we were into, like the whole like people being like emo and like My Chemical Romance, like bitches in high school be looking like they're 23. Like on TikTok,
Yes.
TikTok, they're like, "Oh, I just turned 16." I'm like, "Bitch, you are not 16." Like, are you kidding me? Like you look like you're 24.
It
Like
makes
the
me so
whole, it's
sad because
crazy.
those girls are talking about like bouncing on dicks, and I'm like, you're like 15.
Right? Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the hell?
Rich and I always like this may be like a fucked up game, but when we go out in public, I'll like see a girl, and I'm pretty good at guessing girls' ages, and I'm like, how old is she? And he'll be like, 18, 19. I'm like, nah, she's 14.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because you
no.
just cannot, you just don't know. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, it's
Yeah.
totally
Hmm.
different. Mm. Um, pause.
Pause, cough break.
I don't know, is there anything else that you want to talk about with the Illuminati? Like I said, it's just super broad, and we've gone off on like different tangents, and I feel like we could make multiple episodes about different. I definitely want to do an episode about the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because literally, unless you research the Rockefellers, all I think about is like New York and the Rockefeller dancers, and like that's it. But unless you like look into it, you really don't know. But yeah, the Illuminati, I feel like is that's like why it's a crazy topic because it is so broad. Like it's not just like, oh, it's this like group that was created. It's like it's stretched out into like so many different things.
Yeah. So I was researching like conspiracy theories because I feel like that ties into the Illuminati, but also
Uh-huh.
they can be completely different. And I saw this picture of Steve Jobs because you know he died in like 2011, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this guy in Egypt, and the picture was taken in 2018, and it literally like
Stop.
Google it right now. Be like Google Steve Jobs Seen Alive in 2000 in Egypt or something, and like it should have a side by side picture. But I didn't know that he was adopted, and his real name is
Oh my
his
God.
his real
Oh my
name
God.
is
Bitch. This
Abdul.
I am shook right now.
Did you Google it?
I literally Googled Steve Jobs seen alive in Egypt. It is literally him picking his fucking lip. Oh my God, they do a side by side of his face, like profile view, TikTok profile
Insane.
view. It's this new thing going around, so you show your profile TikTok style. Okay, that's literally Steve Jobs right now. Oh my God.
I know. I could go down this conspiracy theory hole, and like I know some of them are like really wild, but I also just like to have an open mind, and it could possibly be. We don't fucking know. I mean, just like people say that Michael Jackson faked his death and he's living on an island with Tupac. Like, we don't fucking know. We can
Yeah, you have
say
no
all day
idea.
long that, oh my God, no, he like really died. We saw his body. Like, there was a funeral. But like, we
Okay,
don't
those
know.
wax figures at that Madame whatever museum are really legit. So,
Yeah, right?
yeah,
It's
and
just so
then
weird to think about.
but then also like seeing the whole Steve Jobs thing, well, I don't know, like along with the Illuminati, is like when Beyonce was at that basketball game and her clone, like allegedly her clone was like twitching, like there was a glitch
Yeah.
in her clone. I like that was crazy too. Like, is she on drug? Okay, honestly, she's a celebrity and in the Illuminati, she's probably on drugs, but
Everybody's on drugs.
right? And I was like, well, her crack was wearing out or something, or her clone was malfunctioning because that's a whole nother thing is like the whole clone situation where,
Oh, yeah.
like, on the whole Princess Diana thing. Ooh, girl, don't get me started.
Oh my God. That's a whole nother episode because we could talk about that. Did you see the video of Al Roker?
Oh my God, yes, how he like creepily stared
He
into the
just
camera.
For a full like 2 minutes, he just stopped and stared into the camera and made no facial expressions.
Yes.
Like, how odd. And you can't explain that. Like, how do you explain that?
The only way I could explain that is because for a while when Al Roker was kind of like a thing, I was at my grandma's and we were watching the news. And he was just always fucking weird and creepy. Like that was
Yeah.
just a vibe I always got. And so for like me seeing that, I was like, oh, he's back on his shit again. But then I was like, wait, as a news organization, aka the Illuminati, wouldn't you not want someone like that to be the face of your shit? But then I was like, okay, thinking too hard into it, like, okay, well maybe you do because then people will talk about it and then watch it and then it gives your news organization more press. I don't know. But
Oh my
yeah,
God. I don't
that
know.
was
I'm feeling
so fucking
extremely low
weird.
tonight.
I think on my computer does not have a like little camera because my, FBI investigator would be like, bitch.
What was that laugh?
That was my FBI
Okay.
investigator laughing.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry about my cough.
It's
Okay, so we're at
okay.
like an hour, but I want to say real quick, do you think that Katy Perry is Jean Benet Ramsey? Let's get down to it.
Okay. Do you think she is?
I mean, I don't know, kind of. Like, I I'm sure she's not, but if you get really deep into those theories, they look so much alike. Nobody knows how John Bonet was murdered. Katy Perry just came out of like nowhere.
Okay.
Oh my
Facts.
God. I don't know. And like some of those are real crazy. Like obviously Avril Lavigne is not dead.
I mean,
Have you
she
seen
sang
that
that.
one?
Yeah, I have. But also, did you hear that new song, like that Hello Kitty song that Avril Lavigne came out with? That was like not her at all.
No. Just she has new songs out?
Well, it wasn't like new,
Yeah.
but it was this like random song. I'm looking up like the exact words. Okay, so type in Avril Lavigne
Okay.
Hello Kitty and watch that shit and tell me that she was not murdered and this is her clone
Okay.
singing some bullshit because this is not her kind of song. This is like some Taylor Swift shit. And then the Illuminati had a glitch in their own matrix and they're like, gotta kill it. This is wrong. Everyone, 2-minute pause while Caroline watches this video.
Pause. Elevator music.
Elevator music.
I hate when you get on YouTube and it makes you listen to a whole 15-second ad.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck your ads.
My God. Kawaii.
Yeah.
That was on
Come.
TikTok.
Oh, well.
God.
She said that was on TikTok.
This is not Skater Boy.
It's not Skater Boy, and this is not Avril Lavigne. Like, this is not her. Like, why would she be like, yeah, let me come back and make this? Like, she literally died, and then they said, this clone's good enough, and then she played this song, and then they were like, gotta deactivate the clone.
That's insane. So I think that for an episode, we literally need to go through and just like name off conspiracy theories and say whether we believe them or not.
Done.
Because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to say though? Because we're hitting an hour and 10 minutes.
I guess like my conclusion of this whole thing, as evidenced by Avril Lavigne's song Hello Kitty, is that the Illuminati is real.
Yeah.
Whether it was some made up shit in Germany because people fell out to today, they're definitely controlling our media and brainwashing people. I definitely think that it's a real thing. And like for people that don't believe the FBI is in your phone, Hunty, you're wrong. I want to get paid to do that job. I would like to be someone's personal FBI agent. Government, hit me up.
I wonder if it's an FBI agent or if it's just like some person that works at the NSA who just got assigned to that certain like IP address. I don't even know. I don't
Oh
know
my God,
technology.
yeah.
I'm trying to act like I know what an IP address is.
I do not know what one is, but that sounded so smart. I was like, yes, let me, yeah.
Yes,
I'm
hyper
at
me up. Thank you.
Them eyes. Ooh. Let me see them lips. Why?
All right, we just gonna quote TikToks from now on.
Yeah, bitch.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say real quick because I'm gonna say this at every episode, and it's really lame, but you should follow us on social media. Our Instagram is Wild and Woke Pod because Wild and Woke Podcast was already taken.
Fuck them.
I have not listened to their podcast yet, but I'm pretty sure ours is gonna be
Listen to ours first and leave 5 stars on ours and 1 star in there.
Yeah, leave 5 stars on ours, and yeah, so that's basically it.
Yeah,
Pause. Now we can talk.
Okay, good.